Alright, so we're going to be doing the price of perfection here. But it looks like it's overrun with a bunch of monsters, so... Hey, it's got a bunch of Grindylows! Cool. Well, at least they got a bunch of hammers, but I wonder how much they weigh. Let's see here. Grindylow hammer weighs 10 each, and they're only worth 10 coins. Oh. What's doing that? What's doing that? I know! Stop screaming! I guess I'll just rob them all, and so that way I know that I've already robbed their corpses. Huh. I wonder what was causing all that poison. Oh. Let's see, Custer, let's see, read these notes. Research note, day 47. Has left me in awe and confusion. He discovered an elephant. He seems to have deformed an elephant greatly, and I didn't think that he could make it worse, but he did in fact make it much worse. I mean, if that's his drawing of it, dear God, it is horrible. It's a little bit, just a little bit. Okay, so there's a bandit camp down there, but either way, let's go ahead and go down to Phaedra's lab. Oh. Oh, it's more stealing. I can't... So let's see here. Just a bunch of stealing, but I don't want to. It might anger him. If he's even alive.
I'm terribly sorry for all that hassle. I should have taken more precautions.
Are you alright?
Yes, thank you. Just a bit shaken. The beasts must have somehow escaped during the night. When I woke up, they were already prowling the territory. I bolted the door and sat inside, hoping they'd leave. But, well, it's a good thing you showed up. Otherwise, I'd have had to choose between starvation and being mauled.
You said they escaped from where?
Their pen, of course. The beasts were... my test subjects. I was sure they were significantly weakened and wouldn't pose much of a danger. I must have miscalculated. It's a bit of a shame they're all dead. I'll have to start everything from scratch. After the autopsies, of course.
How did you manage to capture them in the first place?
I lured them. They may be built differently and are quite tough, but most of them still need to eat, and they are susceptible to certain poisons.
Why didn't they just run?
That's an interesting question. Perhaps they've been in captivity long enough to forget the concept of freedom. Or maybe they've claimed this place as their territory, and the only thing that changed was their living conditions. Or perhaps they were just dumb beasts waiting for the closest source of food to leave the house. I suppose we'll never know.
Back. What are you researching?
The weirdness and life itself. I don't know if you've ever dissected a weird beast, but their bodies are quite fascinating. Nothing is in its rightful place, and, for all intents and purposes, they shouldn't even be alive. And yet, there they are, prowling and growling. It's a bit of a miracle, don't you think?
No. Well, when you put it that way.
I'm glad you agree. I know it's difficult to see my perspective when, time and time again, creatures like them try to kill you. I rather admire your open-mindedness.
Oh yeah, definitely. Maybe you shouldn't be living here on your own?
Nonsense. Where else would I conduct my experiments? I'd rather endanger just myself instead of, say, the entire population of Kunakt.
Tyrannus sent me your way.
Oh, did he? Oh. If the guild is so impatient for results, they should have sent someone sooner. Now all my beasts are gone, and I'm still missing a crucial ingredient.
I'm here now.
Yes, I suppose you are. I'm sorry for my outbursts. It's been a stressful couple of days.
What do you need?
You see, weird beasts are unique creatures. The spark of life they carry is as twisted as it is relentless. I believe it can be extracted and transferred, creating a being capable of living in the weirdness without succumbing to its corruption. With everything that's been happening on Avalon, I believe this is the only way we can survive. The pigs can already do that. Well, yes, but they hardly escape disfigurement and corruption, do they? Besides, they only skirt the edges of the weirdness. They don't dwell deep within the fog. If I succeed, humans will be able to live in the weirdness freely, no matter how dense it becomes.
So what are you missing?
The heart of a Fae. Well, the Fae, to be precise. I'm not interested in the heart of some half-feral beast from the host. I need something far more powerful. I've heard of a Fae that calls itself Foxglove. It dwells in the roots of an ancient tree, lurking for unsuspecting travelers. Supposedly, it's cunning and quite vicious. If you bring me its heart, you won't just be doing me a favor. You'll be aiding all of Avalon.
Have you ever met this foxglove?
Me? Of course not. I'm just a scientist. I doubt I'd have survived such an encounter. I've only heard rumors. They might be exaggerated, of course, but I wasn't going to risk my life just to satisfy my curiosity.
Why do you need the heart of a Fae anyway?
They are powerful beings that seem to only half belong to Avalon. They have their own realm, and don't appear to care much about the weirdness. They are a missing piece of the puzzle, I think. I may be wrong, but every theory must be tested, shouldn't it?
I'll bring you the heart.
Splendid! I assure you, if everything goes as planned, the guild will hail us both as heroes.
I'm more so concerned over the dead guy that you have just kind of chained up in your basement. Right there. Also, do you have any more notes for me to take here? Because, I'm looking to take some notes here. You got some weird meat. I'm not sure that really counts. You have more dead guys laying around. Are you sure this is even a basement anymore, or is this just a morgue? What's this? Okay, you've got a hole here. Maybe that's how they escaped. I don't know. Okay, so let's go up. Oh. Well, it's just right there. It wasn't really even all that far off from him to begin with, so what is he even complaining about? You know, oh, look at this. Hey! Also, that's what must have been poisoning me. The weird stump. So it's way down there, but I doubt I'll... Hello? Hey, it's a bug gang. Thanks. I like getting loot. Well, let's just fall down and go down in there, I guess, but... Oh. Oh. Is that the elephant? Hello, Foxglove.
My, what a lovely mortal he sent my way. Such a silly man, that Phaedros. Does he truly think I can't tell one of you from another?
How do you know he sent me?
I can smell him on you. The sharp stench of fear and the desperation of a mortal who knows his time is running out. And that cloying trace of hope, as if he truly believes some poor soul could rescue him from the mess he's made. All his putrid human weaknesses cling to you like you're his last lifeline. It's truly pathetic.
How do you know Phaedros? I mean, you know Phaedros?
But of course. You could even say we're quite close. After all, I granted him his greatest wish. And in return, he promised me a small piece of his sad, mortal life. Only now it seems he's trying to weasel out of the deal. It's a bit insulting, don't you think? Mortals. I should have known better than to trust him.
He promised you a piece of his life? What do you mean?
He swore to leave Avalon for 3 years, 3 months, and 3 days to serve me in my domain.
That's not all that long.
Exactly! I can't understand why he's making such a fuss. Time here flies by so quickly. Unlike in the court, where a year can feel like a century.
Okay, now I can see why.
Maybe he's not as foolish as I thought.
What was his wish?
Knowledge, of course. A lofty dream of saving Avalon by filling it with monstrous beings. On the one hand, it sounds delightful. On the other, it's a bit of a waste. You see, in my realm, mortals can live as long as we wish them to. A few adjustments here and there, and they can serve us indefinitely. Yet you mortals always believe that death is your escape. Even though we tell you time and again that a deal once made cannot be unmade. Phaedros thought it could work on Avalon too. He was only half right, which is why his results turned out rather beastly.
What do you mean?
Well, you take a creature that shouldn't be alive, yet is, and you combine it with the human spark that has such a relentless drive for survival. The results are quite curious. Part beast, part human. Overall nothing that should ever grace this realm. Or any other, really. But he kept trying, that fool, and kept returning here, ranting that I tricked him and trying to break the deal.
And did you trick him?
I gave him the knowledge he craved. Nothing more, nothing less. How he used it? That's not my responsibility, is it?
So the beasts he kept were part human?
They were misery given form, driven by instinct and rudimentary intelligence. So, who knows? Maybe they were just regular mortals after all.
Back. He lied to me. He said he needed your heart to complete his research.
Oh, my poor sweet thing. That's just how mortals are. They use, they lie, and they'll do anything to save their own skin. Now, don't fret. I don't blame you for falling for Phaedros' little ruse. In fact, how about we make a deal? How about I give you a little something, and you take it straight to his hidey hole? Then he can bear the consequences for trying to fool us both. What do you say?
What's in it for me?
Well, for starters, you get to leave here with all your limbs just as they are.
Oh!
But I can sweeten the deal. What do you mortals crave? Gold, isn't it? Well, actually, I don't have any of that. How about a lovely trinket? I'll even enchant it to protect that thin, fragile skin of yours. Ugh, honestly, I can almost see your blood pulsing through. Ugh, it's disgusting.
Oh. Oh. I don't make deals with your kind. I'd rather take your heart.
Very well. Just try not to bleed too much, will you? Ugh, it's rather revolting.
Okay. There, I took out all your friends. Alright. Sorry, but I have business to do with him in the Alchemist Guild, and I can't really do anything that might muddle that. So, dear God, that elephant looks horrible. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure I might have screwed myself over getting some pretty cool trinkets, so I guess we can now go... Hi, Lost Knight. Doesn't that thing weigh like 100? So I think I'm good without having one of those. So, you know. Alright, so let's see. I would have to go probably all the way around on this bridge again in order to be able to reach him. So I guess I'll cut back when I'm doing that. Especially when I send bears flying. Or maybe I can go up this hill. The hill looks like a much better option. And it is! Wow, okay. So I don't have... Okay, well, whatever.
So, you're the one Phaedros dragged into his madness. Apologies for the mess. I'm in the middle of cleaning up. I'm Alma, the Alchemist. Pleased to meet you.
What are you doing here?
I won't deny I'd have preferred to meet under much more favourable circumstances. I feel a bit like I've been caught at the scene of a crime, which, in a sense, I have. Although, in my defence, if we're speaking of crimes, this one is twofold. Phaedros's reckless experiments had to be stopped. The Guild warned him repeatedly that he was crossing the line.
But I killed the Fae. Was that really necessary?
Unfortunately, yes. The rules of our guild are clear. Crossing the established boundaries results in consequences, and those consequences grow more severe with greater transgressions. It's not like he wasn't warned. He knew exactly what he was doing and the risks involved. Believe me, taking measures like this brings me no joy. But we can't keep constant control over everyone. There are certain acts that simply cannot be forgiven. Phaedros was a threat, not just to himself and the Guild, but to others as well. I'm sorry it had to come to this.
What's next for me?
First, I need to finish cleaning up here and prepare Phaedros for a proper burial. I'll also secure the rest of his research and materials to ensure they don't fall into the wrong hands. And then I'll have to write a report. Ugh, I hate paperwork. There are so many better ways to spend my time. And then we'll talk about your next assignment.
Okay. So what you're telling me... Oh.
Now, that's better. Shame our meeting had to be under these circumstances. Believe me, not all alchemists act like Phaedros.
Do they?
You seem all right, though. Charles's calm demeanor confirms that. Tell
You
me,
named it?
what made you join the Guild?
I thirst for knowledge. I want to help to contribute to building a better future.
A noble goal, right? I feel the same way. And I'd like to believe that everyone in the Guild thinks the same, but people can be, well, unpredictable. But anyway, what do you need?
I want to ask about Phaedrus.
Lately, situations like this have been happening far too often. Some alchemists within our ranks are starting to rebel. Or they're coming up with utterly ridiculous ideas. I really hope this doesn't become a recurring pattern. To answer your question, unfortunately, yes, it was necessary. The rules of our guild set clear boundaries. Crossing them results in a response from us, one that becomes more severe the greater the transgression.
Why was it you that delivered the punishment to Phaedrus?
That's my role. Let's just say I'm a sort of guardian of alchemical ethics. But more seriously, I was assigned to this task. Apparently, I'm the best at playing nanny to misfits like us.
You mentioned Charles earlier. Who's that?
Charles is my Croakmore, though he's far from a typical specimen of his kind. He won't bite your hand off, unless, of course, he senses ill intent. At the moment, he trusts you, which is rather uncommon.
You tamed a Krogma?
I wouldn't call the process taming. It was something different. Let's say it involved a more invasive intervention. I found Charles just after he was born, abandoned by his mother, so I took him in. It was the perfect chance to examine his brain. While working on his exposed skull, I had to disrupt the areas responsible for his sense of belonging and aggression.
So you damaged his brain.
If this were a question, I would say it's a valid one. To be honest, I don't know the exact answer. I assume it all depends on perspective. If we accept that the brains of living beings are a kind of biological mechanism, then perhaps I managed to redirect the function of that mechanism so that it operates based on different needs and perceives its place in the world differently. Yes, that seems likely.
Can you tell me how the Menhirs protect people from the weirdness?
All I understand is that it's a form of ancient magic, supposedly discovered by Merlin, who used it to repel the weirdness. A menhir with burning weird fire can repel the weirdness on a far larger scale than a simple bonfire fueled by ethereal cobweb. Unfortunately, that's everything I know. As an alchemist, these are mysteries far beyond my knowledge or expertise.
Are you conducting your research for someone specific?
The hierarchical structure of the regular Camelosian guilds isn't something we strictly adhere to in the Alchemist Guild. Each of us has freedom in our research, as long as we don't violate ethical guidelines.
How many members does the Alchemist Guild have?
It's hard to say. While we share a guild, not all of us keep in regular contact. Many members aren't as open about their affiliation as I am. They have their own lives and obligations, some of which might be highly conflicting.
What are you doing here?
I'm trying to conduct field research, but the last few weeks have been exceptionally frustrating. I lack the necessary specimens, and I'm not exactly equipped to gather them myself. I'm skilled with a lancet, not a sword.
What do you need?
I heard you're trustworthy. But first, a warning. The task I have for you is unpleasant and messy.
I'm fine with this.
It involves extracting brain matter. But before you even get to that part, you'll need to risk your life to get close enough.
Cool.
I need brain centers from 3 creatures. A Nookalivi, a human infected with the Red Death, and a villager touched by the weirdness. I've heard stories about peasants on farmlands near Kunacht. They were unlucky that the Menhir stopped protecting the place where they lived. I'll reward you for each of the 3 brains, as long as they're intact. A bloody pulp is better suited as a snack for Charles.
Why do you need the brains of these particular creatures?
Each one ties into my field of study and interests. The Nookalivi is the result of the Red Priest's experiments, likely involving the weirdness. As for the afflicted humans, I suspect significant brain alterations occur during contact with the weirdness, as well as in the final stages of the Red Death. The Red Priests have written studies, but I'd like to see for myself.
About the brains you wanted. Okay, I managed to find... Okay, so... I don't know what the hell a Nookalivi is.
Until
Okay. But alright. Can I pet Charles? I want to pet Charles. I need to obtain a brain for Alma, and then Red Death Infected for... Yeah, they're all over Kunat, to be honest, so really, it shouldn't even be hard. The peasant field is pretty much just right outside. The Red Death people are pretty much just right at the gate, so... Whew. You know what? Maybe these people got something. Okay, deserter scalp coin. You know what? Take it all. Hey, bud. I'll take that. Okay, great. And now I'm over encumbered. Oh, I'm over encumbered by a lot. This is not fun. So, get back to when I'm getting the brain stuff from these guys. So, well, I'll cut back. All right. So now that we have a dumped inventory, it should be easy to get a Red Death brain, considering there's a bunch of Red Death guys over here. So, really. Alright. Come here, you. Red Death infected brain. Cool. Great. Oh. Alright. Now let's go a little bit north and go get one of the infected peasant brains. So that way this lady knows what we're doing. Well, basically, she'll think of us as not having just done nothing but screw around, in which case that would be great. Because I don't just simply screw around. I also get results in the process of screwing around. And also some things do happen to happen when screwing around. Which does tend to make things more fun. Alright, peasants. Where are you? There you are. Weird changed brain. Cool. Now we need a Nookalivi brain. So now the question is, where am I going to get one of those? What is that? Is that a... It's a Nookalivi! She wants a brain from this thing? Nookalivi's sword? What the hell is that? Okay, let's take a look. Let's see, it's just a one-handed sword, but it doesn't really do anything in particular that I can see. Alright. I guess I got some weird stump wood, so... Well, at least now I know what a Nuka-Levi looks like, but I'm pretty sure it's even then it still doesn't really do anything. So... Hey lady, I brought you some brains. It was rather quick, actually, about the brains. I managed to find the Nuka-Levi brain.
Oh, the brain of a truly unique creature, though I do pity its existence. The conflict between such opposing instincts must be such a torment. Nuka-Levi are hybrids created by the Red Priests, certainly a cross between redcaps and goats. Though other animals were likely involved in the experiments. Regardless, thank you. I'm glad you came out unscathed. Here's your payment.
Thanks. Here's a Red Death-infected brain.
Thank you. I trust you took the necessary precautions.
I chopped his head off.
The plague
so-
is known for its high contagion rate. I must admit, this is an important moment for me, for various reasons. I will soon begin the brain examination. Thank you again.
And here you go, weird changed brain.
Poor soul. I only hope his consciousness completely vanished, sparing him any awareness of this nightmare. Since the weirdness began to re-emerge, cases like this have sadly become more common. Thank you. I hope that through these studies I can better understand the connection between our biology and the weirdness. So, it seems we're almost done. But I must ask for your help with one last matter. Before we met, I made contact with Dalriata trappers who agreed to get me the brain of an ice weaver. Out of their group, only 2 survived. Let's just say they've been making some threats. I need you to go to the exchange for me. Can I count on you?
Yeah, what do you know about these Dalriata?
They belong to the Svein tribe, but were banished for some reasons. To be honest, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted a group of folks who knew the Forlorn Swords well. I assumed they could handle it without too much trouble. Don't expect a warm reception. They're cold, harsh people, and given their current emotional state, well, it's a dangerous mix.
Where will the exchange take place?
We initially planned to meet in a location I could easily access, but after what happened to their folks, they've made some specific demands. Here's the location and the gold I promised them for the task. Don't try to negotiate. The amount has already been agreed upon. Once it's done, find me. I'll be nearby. However, I'd prefer not to attend the meeting. It might unnecessarily escalate the situation.
Oh, okay. Leave.
Until next time.
Aberrant minds. Permanently increases spirituality by 1. She gave me a log. Does it have a description? Oh, 2 logs, actually. Yes, please. And yes, please. Thank you. Misgivings. So wait, everything around here... Oh, never mind. Now things can be... Well, whatever. Whatever. Let's go see where it is. Okay, well, it seems to be another quest that's going to be leading into the Forlorn Swords, which is the 3rd area. So I really don't want to do that, so let's go ahead and not do that. So I guess with that being said and done, I guess we're just done with that quest for a while, so we'll cut back to when we're going to go do another quest. I'm pretty sure there's still a bunch of them in the main village. There's also one I would assume is inside this house nearby. It's inside the farm. There was a lady there told me not to come inside because there was her husband, like this house right here. This is the house, I think. Either way, we're going to do that probably on the next one. So see you all soon.